Well, guys, I got another challenge lock from Den Brass up in Canada, and I think he goes out shopping for the oldest, nastiest looking Yale cylinders he can find. This thing has had a hard life. And again, a lot of numbers and symbols stamped on the outside of this thing, and looks like somebody tried to actually saw their way in that door. But anyway, doesn't matter. What matters is the magic that you put inside, right? And I think there's probably some magic in here. Take a look at this. Pretty evil looking fitting. And I tried to get the key in earlier. You do have to kind of, because of the extreme bidding, you kind of jiggle it and then it does go in and it works perfectly. And again, you have the same trouble sometimes getting it out, but it does work. It doesn't look like it would, but dang, it does work. So let's see if we can get in there without that stinking key. Alright, let's see what we got here. See if I can find the top of the keyway. That will probably work. I'm going to go clockwise with that one. I try to go clockwise. It's got some a cut in there that makes it flop over too far. So I think we're just going to, I'll try the short end. That ought to work a little better. Yeah. Alright, we'll do that, and because it's a pretty wide open keyway, I'll grab a deep hook. This is actually one of the picks from the SS Dev kits I got from Sparrows. It's the deepest one. And when you have a deep, really wide keyway like this, where you can work from the bottom, it's a perfect tool. And it's a particular blessing here because you're going to need it, right? But even if you didn't know what the bidding looked like, this would probably be an excellent choice. And I'm counting 6. Alright. The pins, when I do this, the springs feel about the same. Nothing really grabs. So let's see if we can make this thing open. Alright, all the way to the rear. Light tension. Do the magic. There we go. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm using heavy tension. I'm looking for the first binder. First one ought to be pretty much a giveaway. Feels like pin 4. Got a click out of him. Let me go back and see it start from the back. There we go. Pin 2, binding. Got a click out of him. Pin 2 again. Nobody else is binding, so it's got to be him, right? Now, very deep fault set. You saw that probably pitch over there. So let's find, there we go, we're on 6. A little bit of counter rotation, but I don't want to do it yet. Let's see if anybody else is binding, and the answer is no. Alright, back to 6. The only binder. Can we get positioned? Little counter rotation on him. Come on. Got a click. I don't think he's done. Nobody else is binding. Let me tighten this up just a little more. Alright, it's got to be 6 because nobody else is binding. I am still getting a little counter rotation from it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Something dropped. Pin 2 dropped. Okay, we got our fault set back. Let me go back and hit 6 again. I'm still getting counter rotation off him. I'm going to try to jiggle him a little this time. Pin 2's down again. Okay. And there we go. Alright. It's an open, but the tailpiece is getting caught in the vise. I'll pull them out and I'll show you. Tailpiece is turning, so if we just take the tailpiece and we got an open. Alright, let's see what Dennis put inside of here. Probably some Canadian stuff, pieces of animals, maybe, I don't think they have snakes up there, so no telling. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and lock it up. We got a key. And this is an easy one. I love these clips. This is exactly the same as the previous one he sent me in terms of, must have bought them in the same batch, maybe off the same house. Okay. Too small. That will be about right. Okay, that ought to work. Let me get all this stuff out of the way. Get the pinning tray. Now see if I can get this key in again. Come on. There we go. Oh man. Right away I'm seeing some weirdness. It looks like some inverted T-pins on the top there. And look at pin number 2 here. It's again with this groove filed in the top. I never have figured out what there's a lot of suggestions about what that would be for, but I'm not sure I agree with any of the things that have come in so far. Let's go ahead and dump these and see what we got. Wow. Somebody spent a lot of time on that pin. A very deep T-pin. Okay, I'm not seeing anything other than those. It looks like just that one has the groove. No serrations. It doesn't look like there's any countermilling or anything else. No other weirdness built into there. These pins, though, are some of the most deeply cut ones I think I've seen. Big on the T-pins for sure. And this is a really weird looking one. The double. So you got a spool to deal with. Come on, camera. Let me zoom out. There we go. You got a double, so you got a spool here and then a T-pin on top to get caught up in the shear line. Pretty nasty looking, and a very long pin as well. Alright, let's see what Dennis put in the top. Wow, that's nothing. Looks like a standard. And now we're starting to see some weirdness. That took a lot of work. Like another standard. It's just a key pin, but he put it in upside down. Would not have affected the picking upside down. He just tried to turn it into a driver. Another one. This one's got a little bit of spool on the top. Again, another key pin that he put in upside down. So if you don't have drivers, you can use key pins. Just put them in upside down. Come on. That was very... Okay, another T-pin. And this one matched up. Nope, it didn't. It didn't. It matched up with a standard pin. And the last one... Oh. A dart. Seen these before. Whoops. Let me put this down for a second. Show you this guy. Again, it was key pin. This was oriented like this. And look how the thin part is not the same diameter. It's fatter on the top than on the bottom. Again, to throw you off just a little bit. And let's take a look, see if we get anything in upstairs. Okay, we have, oh man, I should have paid attention because we had one spring. All the springs were pretty much the same except one of them. Grab this. So there you go. I should have been paying closer attention, huh? And on the Bible, no threading, no modifications at all. I think it would have been much harder, particularly when you have these angled spools like this, if there had been some serrations. This one in particular, if chamber number 2 of the Bible had been threaded, I think this would have been a nasty one to get picked. So anyway, there you go. Den Brass's lock pick brass number 6. This is challenge lock number 2. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. Everybody else, stay safe, stay legal.